Hey, good morning, and welcome to Simply Irresistible with your girl Yolanda Lewis. I'm so excited to be here this morning, mostly because I get to see y'all. And I always love being able to share and pour into you guys everything that you need to become an absolutely simply irresistible author in your world that is out there, not being salesy, not begging people to buy your book, but that is fully clear on what your offer is and what your message is and how you can help people go to the next level in their life, how you can help them change their life for the better, because we are people, entrepreneurs, who make impact and we make sales and we make profit. We do not beg. We do not beg or try to sell people what we have to offer, but instead we invite them to be able to help them get to the next level. So, good morning. I see people joining in. Thank you for joining. I'm glad you're here. Today's topic is all about, let me get to my little notes here. It's all about telling your brand story. So, as you may or may not know, and if you're in the chat and in the room watching, go ahead and throw me a hello. Say hello if you're here watching, okay? So, all this month we've been talking about branding, and last week we just closed out our Irresistible Offer Boot Camp, which was amazing. We had so many authors break through to understand what they're really selling and how they can position themselves, because that's what it's all about, how to position yourself to be the go-to person that everyone wants to go to for whatever it is that they're looking for. Okay, so you want to be that go-to person for that problem that folks are looking to solve. So with that being said, to help you position yourself, in addition to last week's boot camp, we also are talking about branding. And this particular week, we're talking about visual branding. So last time I talked about visual branding from the perspective of your story and telling your story. And we're actually going to do a visual branding mapping masterclass next week. But this week is going to be our regular Simply Irresistible broadcast, where we're only talking about telling your brand story visually today. And I'm going to give you 5 things that's going to help you to do that. Because guess what? It's going to take more than a cute headshot or a nice headshot and a beautiful photo cover for your book. It's going to take more than that to get people's attention. It's going to take more than that to get people to make sure that they know what you do. It's going to take more than that to go from invisible to visible. All right? So 5 things I'm going to give you to show you how to do that. Now, one of the things I want to say that I am super duper 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 private. I like my life as my life, separate from all the things that I do, and I want to share what I want to share on social media. Those who know me, I feel so strongly. If you really want to know, you can call me. You have my phone number, you can call me. You don't have my number, you may not need to have my number, right? So if you are a person kind of like that where I don't want to, and you struggle with telling all your business and that being the way that people get to know you, I'm here to tell you, you don't have to do that. You don't have to tell all your business on social media to get people's attention to buy what you have to offer, all right? To buy your book and everything else that comes with that. So there's 5 things that I want to give to you today that will help you to start looking at how, and free you, that's what I really need to say, that will free you from feeling like you have to tell all your business in order to get people to engage with you and be a part of your brand, all right? If you're rocking and rolling, you feel that, go ahead and give me a rocket, because we're about to blast off, baby. Okay, so item number one is for you to be intentional, okay? You posting on social media and telling your brand story visually is about being intentional, which means your audience, they don't really care about all of your wins per se. And I'm not saying you're not supposed to share, because you should share all of your wins because that's just what you do. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But they care most about what you can do for them, which means you want to post what you post with intention. So let's say you have a win. You just signed the biggest deal of your life because you're an author who writes books that helps businesses with their marketing. And with their marketing, you actually created an e-course, okay? Let's say you created an e-course and that's a part of your offer. And with that e-course, you were able to sell that e-course that helps with marketing to a huge corporate institution. And so you just got the biggest corporate win for lots of money, right? For lots of money. So you just got the biggest win of your life thus up to this point, okay? And you want to share that. So you can share that, but you don't stop at sharing just your win. When you're posting with intention, you share that win with the caveat that you can help them too. All right. And you invite them at that point to help them with their marketing because you're going to remind them that you wrote this book and it's been great. And so what the psychology of that does is put together, hey, not only was she able to help somebody else and people bought that, she also does this, right? Or he also does this. And so now I believe them. This is what you're doing when you're telling your visual brand story is you're creating social proof of what you do. So what you do is behind the scenes, right? You get in that corporate client. You might not have posted that you submitted the proposal. You might not have posted that you had the follow-up meetings and negotiation meetings and they were tough. You might not have posted that you had to do additional research because they had questions. You might not post all of that as a part of the process for getting a corporate gig, but you will post the win later. And so they will know that, of course, there was work that went into it up to that point. And so that's what that intention allows you to do. It opens up the door for people to see, hey, you know what? He is doing his thing, her thing, and I want to be a part of that. If they can help that big corporate company, they can help me too. Okay, so that's item number 1. Item number 2 is not to be salesy. So of course you're excited, especially if you just launched your book. Of course you're excited. You want to tell the world all about your book and why they have to buy it. And that's cool. But you don't want to be salesy because guess what? No one likes to be sold. I personally hate to be sold things. Now, I am also a person who loves to buy things. I love to support people, but it's all about how you are introducing that offer to me. I want to be invited. I want to be offered, right? I don't want to be sold. I don't want to be sold. And a lot of people, especially in our current culture today, feel that same way. They don't necessarily want to be sold an item, even if it's going to help them. They want to be invited to participate in what's going to help them change their life. All right? And that's what you want to be able to do. So with that being said, you want to invite people to help you. So what that sounds like is, hey, you could even say this book that I wrote, it's about XYZ, and it helps you go from, right? We learned this in the challenge last week in the boot camp. It helps you go from this place to this place. And so if you are in this place, problem place, then I want to invite you to get to this place and I'll show you how to do that, right? Very simple. You didn't sell them anything. You offered them help for their problem. You offered them help for their problem. Help people. Help people. Don't sell people. Help people. Don't sell people. That might be quotable. And if you choose to use that quote, put my name on it. Put some respect on my name, okay? All right. And so the third thing, we're at number 3 now. Be yourself, okay? Be yourself. Posting and telling your visual brand story is the fabric of it is based on you. It comes from you. And so with that being said, you can post something funny, right? I'm not just saying post selfies. I'm saying post something that you think is funny. For me, I grew up in church. And so a lot of the funny stuff that I find really, really, really funny is related to church because that's how I grew up. Those are things I remember. Those are fond memories. I also like regular funny stuff too, not just churchy stuff. But those are the things, and I'm saying that mostly because the most recent funny thing that I posted had to do with church. And I was actually looking at it the other day, which is why I'm getting smiles going on because it was hilarious. So I won't tell you the joke. You can go to my timeline to check it out. But Be yourself, right? It helps people to know that you're a human. Because here's the other thing people like. People like to buy from humans. People like to buy from real people. They want to do business with real people. They want to buy from real people. And so you want to show them that you're a real person, not just with the selfie, not just with you posing with your book. Like, I have my book right here. I post all the time with my book. It's like, yeah, there she is with her book again. It doesn't say anything that's going to help someone else, right? It just says it's my book. It puts the focus on me and takes it off of being a help. All right? And we don't want to take the focus off of you being a help. So be yourself. Post something funny. Post a favorite family memory, pic of a favorite family memory. Post a pic of you doing something funny, right? A post of I have a lot of blooper shots. That's the word I was looking for. Blooper shots. Post those blooper shots. Whatever it is, post a piece of you. Not all of you, but post a piece of you that you can connect with the problem that you solve. Post a piece of you that you can connect with the problem that you solve, all right? All right, so these are the 5 things that you can share in your posts so that you can get people and help them to understand your brand story. Because when they understand your brand story, they know how you can help them, and now they're buying in, okay? So that was number 3. Number 4 is to be engaging, right? Nobody wants to be just talked at. You want to talk to people. You want to talk to people. So what does that mean? It means you might post a question, not about, hey, I'm doing research for my next book. Not that. Ask them a question like, if you see this post, say, hey, can you say, hey, hello, hi? You entered into my space when you scrolled and paused and looked at my photo. Say hello, hey, right? Ask them a question about something pertaining to your book. So let's say you're an author who writes about relationships. Ask a relationship question. Make it Relationship Wednesday. And you ask a question every Wednesday that gets people talking and allows you the opportunity to coach them through it. So you position yourself as the expert, right? You position yourself as the expert in that place, in that genre. So what that doesn't mean is that you don't, in your comments, it doesn't mean you have to always say, well, you need to do this, because that ain't coaching anyways. And if you need coaching help, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But telling folks what they need to do is not coaching, okay? That's not coaching. It's not guiding. It's not helping. Now, there are times in your coaching and helping that you will say, hey, I remember when I felt that way, and here's kind of how I work through it. It might be a step 1 for you to start your journey, or offer them another question back so that you can help them to think through why they might feel the way they do or have the position that they have for that particular topic. All right. So post a question, be engaging. Don't just talk to people, like talk at people, talk to them, talk with them. All right. So you want to be engaging. That's another way that you can tell your brand story in a way that's going to position you for profit. All right. So that's number 4. And the final one, number 5, is for you to be strategic. Okay. Being strategic is posting with a frequency. So if your thing is to post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, then do that all the time. Be strategic to do that all the time, right? Because most authors have full-time jobs. They work. So they're not in a position where they are able to be on social media all the time, all day. Make Monday, Wednesday, Friday the day you post, and Tuesday, Thursday the days that you respond. That way you're on for a short time every day so your audience gets to see you, and you can still live your life very privately. Very privately. Now, privacy doesn't mean secrecy. It just means preservation for what's special and important. Okay, so you're sharing a piece of you so that people can get to know you without having to share all your business. Nobody wants to share all their business, all right? Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Those 5 things, I'll recap them really quickly. What I went over today is the 5 things that you need to be able to tell your brand story profitably and impactfully. And those 5 things were for you to be intentional when you post, okay? You're telling your brand story through social media and visually. People are seeing this and then you want them to respond. So you're being intentional. You're not going to be salesy. You're going to be yourself. You're going to be engaging, talking with people, not at them. You're going to be strategic to set a schedule of when you're going to post and when you're going to be available to folks. And then with those 5 things, you'll be able to see more people engaging with your posts and seeing you as the expert that you already are. All right. So if you need help with branding, right, there's no better time than right now to be able to build your brand so you can visibly connect with your audience so that they can visibly see that you can help them with what you have to offer. And of course, make it profitable. Then you want to join the Author Boss Academy. All right. The Author Boss Academy is a program where I am walking authors through and how to build out their offer, their brand, their funnel, their marketing strategy, their profit strategy, so that you can start going from just being a bookseller to actually being an empire builder. So if you know that that's you, go ahead and chime in below and I will post the link so you can have it and go take the quiz to see if it's a good fit for you, because this program is not for everybody. And as you know, I only work with folks who put in that work. So if you think that that might be something that's good for you, I'm going to post a quiz below so you can take it and see how it works for you. And if so, if it's a good fit, sign up ASAP. The doors are open now. They will close later in the week because we get started on August 4th. This is live coaching. So this is not a pre-recorded something or other. This is for you to be able to take full advantage of the expertise that will be in the room and to do so with other authors. All right. I can't wait to help you. I can't wait to see you on the other side of making this year absolutely irresistible. My name is Yolanda Lewis, and I'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye.